just basically finna walk this way. Somewhere where I can record kind of more private. I don't know, record in public talking. But yeah, so we're just gonna walk this way. I haven't really gotten that many days to myself like that, really. I mean, I get most of the time to myself, but like when I'm mainly working from home, where I work, let me see. I mainly work from home, or I just be like a full-time mom. So being I'm a young mom, so I'm only 21, and I turned 22 in May. I just wanted to make sure the camera was still recording. I had this camera shut off on me so many times. But I really, really like going to this park. Like, I really like this park. This is my favorite park. I don't go to much other places. I don't be going to, like, the clubs or nothing. I mainly just be with my daughter. And if she's not with me, she's usually with her dad. Because we co-parent, but she'll be with him, or me, I'm just basically, I just work from home, and then I'll just I either work from home or I'll be with my daughter. But yeah, I normally like the spot out here by the trees the most. That's mainly like my favorite spot out here, really. I'm trying to work on not being too camera shy. It'd be harder to kind of record in public. Most of the time I be thinking about just recording and then speaking over the video, but then if I get the time, like, I get tired with editing, so I'm gonna try to get better at that. But okay, y'all, I had got really, really sick because I tried to forage some stinging nettle and like some I was foraging some dandelion, stinging nettle, and I forget what the other one's called. I'm gonna remember and I'm gonna put it in the video. But it's a little loud because they make a noise. But I was foraging that in the backyard because I like was reading about foraging and stuff, and I was kind of researching more about foraging. And then what's so crazy is just that I was like, okay, well, my folks' backyard, they always have all these plants and stuff that grow around the springtime. So I was like, why not practice and just forage in the backyard? And so I'll probably insert the jar that I've got, like, of the foraging stuff, and how I was letting it sit out and stuff, because I had watched the video of this lady basically saying she let the herbs sit out, and I was trying to make it as a tea. But then when I made the tea, it's like the next day I felt like this burning sensation in my throat, and my throat started getting itchy, and I guess I was having like allergic reaction. And I remember I was sitting in the car and my whole like side of my face was just like itching and everything. So I really think I think it was the stinging nettle that I tried to forage, but it didn't work out for me. So I think that's really what happened. But it had me sick for, like, I'm just not really recovering. Like, my voice is just not coming back because I had to, like, one day I went and I wasn't feeling well, and then the next day it just got worse over the weekend when I tried the stinging nettle. And what was crazy was I was trying to fast for like the early springtime. I was trying to fast basically, and I need to do like more grocery videos. But I was trying to fast the first 3 days, and I had to I think it was either the second or third day of me trying to fast and kind of eat more raw foods. Like the first 2 days I was trying to do kind of a juicing fast with fruits and I forget what it's called, fruits and something else. I was trying to do like a juicing fast basically. I'm sorry, it's very beautiful outside. But I was trying to do a juicing fast with, if I get hungry, eat fruits kind of for the first 2 days, and then going from there the next 4 days I was gonna do just raw foods. And I was gonna see how far I could get, because the only other time I've ever fasted was when probably the year before I had soul, so like almost a year, 2 years ago. And I didn't really do it the most proper way. It was my first time really fasting, so it wasn't really like the best way to kind of fast. I just kind of stopped eating, and I ate basically anything that was kind of organic that I'd seen. But I felt the difference because I had never fasted before, so I felt the difference. And I definitely felt the difference this fast, other than me being sick from, I believe, drinking that tea. I felt the difference the most. So I just realized y'all can kind of barely see me, so I need to like move the phone back. But I felt the difference the most when I was basically let me see. Yeah, I felt the difference the most eating the raw foods, because when I tried to try eating things seasoned from there, like from what I just did the fast, it felt like we season our food so much to the point where it's like we get so used to it, our taste buds are used to having stuff that's seasoned. So when I raw fasted and things were plain, what they originally taste like before adding like too much seasoning, too much salt, any form of just anything, when I added the seasoning, basically it just made it kind of more, I'd say, I could definitely taste the difference. It felt stronger than what normally it tastes like when I eat it with seasoning, and when I actually ate it that time, it tasted way, way different. So, but yes, after raw fasting, I kind of wanted to do like a weight gain journey, so I might record a little bit of that, because I kind of wanted to fast for the month of April. I was saying that I was gonna fast for April, so I did it. Even though I wasn't feeling that well, I did it the first 3 days, and then after that I kind of just knocked it. I'll probably do better my next fast, especially if I feel much better or I feel not sick. But yes, but I have a new TikTok page that I am trying to record on most of the time, me talking, and I like that page much better than the other page that I had originally. So if y'all like look at my video, you'll see like down below in the subscription box, you'll see that TikTok TikTok channel as well with me on there, and that'll be like my new TikTok channel. It's called Naturally Thriving, so you'll find that channel linked below. I'm just starting kind of really being on YouTube. I like YouTube to a certain extent, but I do like the feel of recording on YouTube. It feels more homey than like social media, so yeah. Okay. I wonder if y'all can see me clearly. I'm just gonna wear my dress, kind of sit down. Sitting down mainly in the grass. The deeper parts of the part today. I normally don't go this far out, but I kind of just wanted a little bit of privacy, at least to myself, for like right now while recording. The things that's like the most hard for me right now in my life, like being right now 21, gonna be 22, it's just almost like my spiritual life, self-discovery, and then being a young mom on top of all that, and still trying to figure out like yourself, and then like who you are as just an individual person outside of being a parent, but also just living, and then just the awkwardness feeling of like, I don't know if this is just this age, because anytime I've ever seen like people speak about it or speak about like being 21, they said they had a lot of insecurities. I remember feeling insecure beforehand, but I don't think I've felt like this much of like, hey, things need to change. But it's like, it's such a deep pull for me spiritually to change, like for my confidence in terms of just myself and who I am as a person. I've always kind of stayed to myself, even as a child. Oh my gosh. Ooh, it's a huge jumbo bumblebee just came up. But yeah, normally I don't just sit in the grass. I normally got like a blanket, but I didn't have a blanket because I didn't have a blanket this time because I think my daughter got the blanket that we normally use. But let me see here. But I do find it hard at times, like just I have to really, really work on, like right now in my life, I really want to work on my confidence the most. So me just being out here speaking on camera is already a lot for me as is. But I'm glad I did it today, because if I didn't do it, then I would have been thinking about it, and I've been like mad at myself because I didn't do it and I didn't get on the camera, because it's not just like, okay, in front of people, okay, that's one thing, but it's also just spiritually, I can feel energy around me, so then I'm feeling the energy, and then when I feel the energy, I can feel sometimes just the awkwardness of everything, and a lot of times it can be just in my mind, but I have to get used to being uncomfortable, and I think that's like the biggest thing, really, because it's such like, this is such a change in your life. You're going in between, for one, being younger and then going into adulthood, and then me being a parent with my life, like my life in that individuality is different from people my age too who aren't parents. So it's like, it's similarities, but being a parent is much different. And at the same time trying to work on like me wanting to be on camera and do things on camera, because I would rather do something like this than be always working a 9 to 5. I want to spend more time with my daughter, not just for that reason, but too just for my own mental stability. But having to build the confidence to do that every day, or wanting to be out and build that confidence to do that every day. So I'm outside today. I kind of want to change the scenery because I don't like to be recording in that room all the time. I'll be ready to get about that room, especially since I work from home, and then me being like a mom and we're always in the room, sometimes I need to like get that space to get out. I do like work at my call center job. Basically, I work from like 8 to, I really supposed to be working 8 to 5, but I normally, oh, I think I forgot to, now that I'm thinking about it, I think I forgot to clock out for lunch. Now I'm thinking about it, oh my gosh. It don't even matter. I just have to fix it when I get back. But anyways, yeah, so basically I be working from home, and I work like from like 8 to 4. 8 to 4, and then I get off at 5. Really just depending. I'll take my lunch the latest at 4 because I don't want to be there the whole time, and I try to like get an extra hour, especially if I don't have my daughter, so I can have more time to myself. I used to get off at 8, or was it 7, 8? Now I think about it. I used to get off at 8 o'clock, and when I was getting off at 8, it was so much harder for me to do things. It was harder for me to record YouTube videos or do anything really, because it'd be already night. It'd already dark by the time I'm getting off. So I work from 11 to 8 versus, 11 to 8 versus where I'm working now, 8 to 5. But anyways, yeah, 8 to 5 with the hour lunch. My daughter is so serene. She just turned 1, and I kind of wanted to give like, she turned 1 last month, and I wanted to give some advice basically on being a young mom and what it's like basically to be a young mom. And kind of just like a little bit of advice of some things that I kind of would have did differently just off the head. I might do a part 2 of this video because I kind of rushed it a little bit. I did just get off work. One of the couple of things that I stayed basically that I kind of would have did differently, let me see. I'd basically just say, like, during your pregnancy, just to make things simpler on you if you can, especially if you're a young parent, kind of go ahead and get most things done ahead of time, such as buying the clothes and stuff, because by the time you're in the 3rd trimester, you're not going to really feel like doing most of the things that need to be done. So kind of get your clothes and stuff for the baby beforehand. I would suggest too, if you can, if you have a separate room for the baby, like a nursing room, have the babies automatically sleep trained to be sleeping by themselves, where you have a baby monitor. Because when you have a baby and then it's like your Soul is very she's a Velcro baby, which I love her. At times it can be rough because she can be a rough sleeper, and so it's just like, I would just suggest basically for you to get some sort of like either baby bed or bassinet, because she mainly slept with me. She liked to sleep with me when she was a baby, and she still sleeps with me now. She has her own crib, but we have the crib in the same room as me. If you can get to a position where the baby can have their own room, you can just have a monitor, I would suggest doing that. Also, when the baby is a newborn, kind of like, or a baby up to a couple of months, they want to be rocked back and forth to sleep, I would suggest investing in a rocking chair if you can get one, versus rocking back and forth in the bed. It can get tiring. A rocking chair, you can be resting, lean back, and I guarantee the baby will go to sleep instantly from that. So that's a couple of tips I just have basically that I kind of would have did differently, just off the head, just kind of when she was a baby. Another thing I would suggest too, if you want to put your child to sleep quicker, to kind of give them a bath and give them a bottle before bed. That's another tip I can give to kind of like right before, because then she'll be sleepy. She sleep trained really to go to sleep at 8 every night, because I always used to put her to sleep exactly at 8, because I knew after 8 I said, hey, I need my time. Let her go ahead and go to bed by 8 o'clock, and that's like the biggest tip for me. My child basically did have a little bit of thrush when she first was born. I would just kind of suggest to make sure that you're brushing your child's teeth, even when they're around like 2 weeks, especially. Make sure that you're cleaning her mouth, the mouth, simple coconut oil. You don't need any type of toothpaste or nothing. Coconut oil, simply a cotton swab, any clove, a little bit of clove water won't hurt. To be swabbed around the mouth, basically.